Today's adventure begins with us having the ability to fly through the air with our new Elytra. Oh, this is so fun. But to use this thing properly, we are going to need some firework rockets. As you're probably aware, we need paper and gunpowder to make firework rockets. Currently, this is what we can call a sugarcane farm for us, and the gunpowder farm just doesn't exist yet, so let's fix both of those problems. So let's start off with the paper. The sugarcane farm, I'm thinking we put underneath these farms here. And besides one tiny little trench that we dug for the items to flow to the storage hut, this is pretty much solid all the way underneath here. And that means we need to do some digging. If you guys saw the episode with the wool farm, you know how much digging we've already done here. A lot of cobblestone worth. Look at all this stuff, it's still here. And I've actually taken a lot from this supply. It was a lot of blocks, put it that way. I don't think this farm will be quite as big, but I still don't really fancy digging without a beacon. And for that, it was back into the nether once again. There was a few close calls here, but nothing our new armor couldn't take. And once we got skull number 3, I was straight back out of there. Back to the safety of the overworld. We already had some wither skeleton skulls from, I think, one of the first wither skeletons we ever killed in this world, which is pretty crazy. And of course we need 3 to summon the wither. I think we'll also grab the instant health potions we got from the end. It should be in here, perfect. And let's take this fight probably all the way down to bedrock. We definitely do not want a wither loose up there. That is for sure. Of course, the one area we dig into is gravel, and the shovel is in a box upstairs. Alright, chest piece on, we don't need the elytra here. This is the first time I'm fighting the wither in quite a while, actually. At least the legitimate way. And here we go. Withering Heights. I hear lava, that's probably not good. Okay, we're doing actually decent damage to him. Not bad. Yep, this is actually going pretty decent. Okay, he's in melee range. Let's go for the kill. Milk. I think we're fine. We're fine. We're gonna get him. Nice. Awesome. Oh hey, look at that. He even gave us some diamonds. Perfect. So now it was on to the digging. And setting up the beacon shouldn't be any issue in terms of the iron cost. Look at all this iron we've got. So I crafted and assembled a beacon. Oh, it feels great to finally get some haste. Marked out the area that needs to be cleared, and started chipping away at the terrain underneath the farms to make space for a new farm. Alright, and just like that, we have a hole underneath our island. Now what we have to do is collect a few items to actually build this thing. First one being 160 pistons to cover the dimensions of the farm I've picked out. We didn't quite have enough, but we had lots and lots of material to craft more. We also needed a few more observers, a few stacks of redstone dust, a few stacks of glass, which I know we have somewhere. Yeah, there's a couple of stacks there. Aha, there it is. Some iron bars. We can do that. That's probably too many. I think for the building blocks, we're going to use deep slate. Although I am kind of torn between using that or jungle wood. Maybe the stripped jungle wood. That could be pretty cool as a sugarcane farm. Pondering the block choice, I headed back to the ice biome. The other projects in our world have used all of it up, so we have to gather some more, and that requires a very, very long trip through the nether. A nether hub is something I definitely want to build here. Oh no, I forgot the shulker boxes. Oh, we're already most of the way there. I want to eliminate having to come down here as often as possible. It's fine, we'll just fill the inventory and we'll call it good at that. Hey, at least we got the Silk Touch pickaxe this time. Oh yeah, very cool. Alright, and with the ice, that should be everything we need to finish this build. Oh, I don't believe it. This is one block off center. Oh, great. You know, once again, I picked the block that we don't have. I really want to use this terracotta, and I was only able to find a stack in our storage room. Let's remember to take shulker boxes this time, and we might as well grab the beacon. Oh, that tune has been round and round in my head for the past, I don't know how long. I can't believe I just pulled that off though. That was crazy, right? Discovering I could do that was like learning to whistle when I was a kid. I couldn't stop. I just can't stop. Oh, that was awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Anyways, I think we got all the function of the farm set up. We just basically have to decorate it now. And we're missing a bit of spruce wood and some terracotta. So I think I'm just going to gather this up and probably get it finished off. Aha, so this should be the finishing touches right here. Give it a few moss carpets. One here, one here. Yeah, I think we can call this build finished. Check this out. I wanted to give it a similar sort of nature theme since it is a farm, of course. That right there is not what I wanted to see though. Something... I'm not sure why they are getting stuck right here. We need something to align the items to, otherwise it overshoots. But I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be. Maybe we just send them down a block instead. That might be easier actually. Just to avoid the loss that's here. But yeah, this farm design is by Tangotech. It was made a few years ago, but I mean, it seems to still be working here. This is a lossless design, barring that part over there. That was my own addition. Yeah, so I modified it to fit our needs here. And after being down here for a few hours, this is looking great and all, but one thing I'm not actually loving is this floor. How about birchwood? I think I prefer this over the jungle, right? And I'm also not loving these iron bars. I think we might remove these. It might be the white glass though. The fact that we don't have connected textures is not ideal. But I do like to keep things default. Yeah. Mojang, please. Yeah, I think we'll remove the iron bars though. Alright, so the big question. Can we hear all of those annoying piston sounds upstairs? That is the thing. Yeah, I don't hear any pistons up here. That's amazing. Nice. But yeah, the design here, I tried a few different things underneath these pistons here. It was originally some sort of a garden design with some flowers and whatnot. I think that looked a little bit too busy though. And in fact, I'm also going to change these blocks here to spruce wood. Next up, we need to figure out how we're going to hide this thing. The storage for all the sugarcane. Thankfully, it is off the path here, so I think we're going to have some sort of a building to wrap this in. Maybe just a tower though on the end, so that it doesn't stick out too much into the path. Yeah, like, here is fine. We can move the path over a block or two. That's going to be absolutely fine. And then we also have to incorporate the item elevator, or not the item, the player elevator, and the player drop chute here. So let's start off by laying out some sort of foundation. As we established last episode, this is a very important part of getting a successful build. Generally, I like to work with odd numbers, so that we can have a center to things. But there is sometimes a few exceptions to that rule. Maybe we'll come out one block here, and 3 blocks on the opposite side. Carry this all the way over. We need to incorporate this thing here. You can go on a little sticky outy bit. Maybe like this. Connect these up. That gives us a 3, a 4 here. Oh. You know what? Maybe that is the exception over there. Maybe we can make that work. No. We can't make it work. No. Not here. We'll bring this out a block. And we'll also shift this wall here. And then just connect up around the back here. This side I'm thinking will be our entrance off the path. Maybe up a little staircase. So doorway right around here. And something like that might work. Let's see what we can come up with here. Maybe we have to add some depth on the back. Before we do any building on this area, I do want to make sure we clean up around here. This little mini chest monster that's developing, I really don't like it. And in fact, we've also got one from the wool farm last episode. I actually forgot that this was tucked away in the corner here. Yeah, this is a bit of an issue. We're outgrowing our storage over there. Oh, and there's one over here as well. I forgot about this one. Yep. We need a storage room really badly. So I decided for this build I quite fancied using birchwood. And we had absolutely no birchwood left. So after fixing that issue, I went around the build with andesite actually. We're going to use that as a base. both the regular versions, polished and stone. On the second level we'll use stripped spruce, along with the birch planks and the stripped birch logs. But after taking a quick nap, I realised that things were a bit too high in comparison with some of the other builds that we have on the island. So I decided to lower things, including the level of the chests. I also flipped their orientation so they were against the front wall, which allows us to free up some floor space. The floor is going to be cobbled deep slate. Then we were just adjusting some of the walls to account for the change in the floor, and changing a few lengths here and there just to make it all fit together nicely. Once the shape and the walls were finalised, I moved on to the roof, which is going to be a mix of deep slate and also spruce wood, trying just to keep things consistent amongst all of the buildings in the island. That was a splat. I wonder if we'll get that on replay. How did that end up all the way over there? I have no idea. So now that we got most of the roof in place, it's all about the details now. This was actually a pretty complicated roof to set up. I think we're maybe missing some slabs here just to round things out. Yeah, I think we can make this work. We're just missing a couple of the fine details. Alright, this build is starting to really come together. I finished off the inside, the interior. We got access to our drop chute as well as the player elevator. Our storage for all of the sugarcane. We seem to have accumulated quite a bit actually. It's scattered amongst a few of these chests just since I was moving them. But yeah, it looks like we got around a double chest worth in total. That's really not too bad honestly for the side of the farm. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know fences connected to doors like that. That is very strange. Today I learned. But yeah, we got a second floor here just to, I don't know, look out the window. Not much else in here. I'm not really sure what else to put in here, to be honest. But I guess we don't really need much else in here. The outside is mostly finished as well, although it doesn't really scream sugarcane farm, so I think we're gonna maybe plant some sugarcane. I don't really think that would be such a bad idea. Cool thing about this is we can actually waterlog a slab, and then moss carpet over the top of the water, and that hides it quite nicely there. Make sure we sleep again. I feel like I'm always coming down here to sleep. Oh yeah, don't look at that. I didn't finish this. I'll do it before the next project, don't worry. It will be done. Sometimes you just get in that building groove, and that's exactly where I was right there. I also don't want these to grow too tall, so I think we can put some string on top, if that old trick still works. I'm pretty sure it does, right? Oh yeah, perfect. Maybe some out the front as well. Yeah, in an ideal world, I would have moved it back a few blocks, actually, because it kind of blocks the view of that tower over there. But it might make... this beacon probably doesn't help, actually. It might make the place feel a bit more developed, though. We'll see. Maybe it'll grow on us. But it does do everything we wanted it to do. It stores our sugarcane, and we can easily access the farm itself. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on what we could change down here, possibly... Yeah, let me know what you think about this glass, actually. Should we change it out with clear glass, or just keep it like this, or maybe a different colour? I'm not sure. Anyways, cleanup time. I can't even pick up the shulker box. You know, after playing modded for so long, you kind of forget this side of the game. You can kind of afford to be a little bit more lazy in modded when it comes to item sorting. But there are several ways around it. It's definitely a big enough challenge that we want to automate it somehow. But the big mega storage and automatic item sorting is going to come in phase 2 of this project. Right now we are transferring everything manually, and it's going to be like that for quite a while. Alright, almost done. Almost done. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, we need paper and gunpowder to make firework rockets. So the paper we now have, as far as I'm aware, there's 2 ways to get gunpowder. Actually 3 ways to get gunpowder. Ghasts, witches, or creepers. We haven't yet found a witch hut. Mojang have said that they're going to patch mobs spawning inside of portals, which is the best way to farm ghasts as far as I'm aware. Which means we're doing the creeper farm. And of course we're going to need some more materials to start building this thing. I loaded up some shulker boxes, grabbed some more cobblestone from the excavation site of our wool farm, and then I flew through the nether to get to our skeleton spawner. I wanted to pick up some bows from there, and used most of them just to batch craft a whole lot of dispensers. After crafting the dispensers and gathering most of the other materials, I picked out a spot just next to spawn, but it's on the opposite side of our starter island. There's another tiny little island out in the middle of the ocean there, I thought this would be the perfect spot for our temporary mob farm. So I started by flattening out the area, even moving the beacon over there, just so that we could get that nice insta-mine. Then with a flat enough area, I began working on the spawning platforms. This is a slightly modified version of ENXO4's design, and it is genius. So we're using scaffolding for this. The great thing about scaffolding is that it's super easy to place. It has a maximum range of 8 blocks, which is exactly the same as how long water will flow. And if you update the block that the scaffolding is sitting on, it can also update the observers, which we use to trigger dispensers with water in. And this is how we flush all the mobs down to their death below. At this point though, the Elytra was not in the best shape. In fact, we were really close to breaking that thing. So I flew over to the desert with the remaining durability we had, just to farm some mobs. It's kind of ironic that we're building a mob farm and we're doing this, but you know. It was also nice here to farm some spiders for string, as we need to use the string to craft scaffolding. And there was also a part of an abandoned mineshaft, which I apparently missed last time I was here. So we got some string from an extra spider spawner that was there. And from there we added a few more spawning platforms, hooked up a redstone clock to pulse the dispensers full of water, an AFK platform high in the sky, a roof to cap it off just so that we make sure it's dark, and also an item collection system at the bottom. But after building all that, our tools and Elytra once again are busted. I really don't want to snap this pickaxe. So I'm going to AFK here for a little while. It's not the best thing to give XP, but it's really all we've got at the moment. We could mine nether quartz, I suppose, but our nether really isn't great for that. So yes, it is built. This thing is done. Well, kind of. As I mentioned, this is just temporary. You guys know how I feel about temporary. It's not great to start doing temporary stuff. But the reason I wanted to make it temporary is exactly because I don't want to rush into something big. Like, we're going to redesign this, right? It's not going to be here. And the reason I placed it here is because I have plans for this area. So by placing it here, it kind of forces us to remove this if we want to do anything with this area later on. Oh, I missed him. Yeah, so right now we have 7 spawning platforms. I think we can go all the way up to around 25 of these things. But we don't have enough string, which is why I wanted to get this thing operational so that we could start collecting some string. All the drops are going to end up in these chests over here. I'm not actually sure if this is in the spawn chunks. I believe it should be, right? Although I think we still do have to be in the area for mobs to spawn. But in any case, we do have this AFK platform up here. But yeah, as you can see there, the trapdoor has been activated by the clock. And that's what I was talking about when I... More phantoms. Got him. Yeah, so when the trapdoor is activated, it changes the scaffolding state. Hello, spider. You can see on the targeted block there in the F3 screen, the distance is changed to 1. Basically, it thinks that it's floating without the trapdoor there. And that is enough to trigger the dispenser, which is above there, which floods the whole platform with water. But yeah, there's not really much to this. It's super cheap to build. And ENXO4 is, I mean, you guys have commented about him before. But man, his farms are just genius. I think we're going to add some more layers once we have some more scaffolding as well. But this should do the job for us. We should be getting some gunpowder from this, which is the main reason we set this up, right? And I think there is ways to convert this to creeper only. But it's nice to get the extra things like the string. So with this project mostly finished, let's move all this stuff. We don't need the beacon here anymore. Just to reiterate though, the reason we're making this temporary is because I don't really know where exactly our industrial district is going to be, where all of our farms are going to sit. So pretty soon we're going to aim to finish off this island completely, and we're basically going to move out of here and move to phase 2 of this project. And in fact, we might actually start phase 2 next episode. Alright guy, please give me Unbreaking. I really want Unbreaking for this Elytra. What are the chances we get this first time? I mean, we were lucky, but we're not that lucky. Let's trade some carrots while we're down here. Nope, made of arthropods. I knew it. Oh, the 4th mending trade. That's crazy. We're not going to keep this guy though. I wonder if this is pure chance or if some enchantments are weighted more heavily than others. To me, it seems like pure chance, but I have had a few duplicates while I'm sitting here. I don't know, it's hard to say. Okay, we're not giving up now. We're probably over... That's like the 4th silk touch right there. We're probably over like 40 rerolls by now. Oh, there it is! 42 emeralds, that's so expensive, but I'll take it, I guess. We can always reduce the cost when we convert them to zombie villagers, right? Alright, now we got Unbreaking on the Elytra. But anyways guys, I think that's going to wrap us up today. I've just realised that this minecart system can probably be optimised a lot actually. I just placed them down quick and dirty just to collect some of the items. So I'll get that changed between episodes. But yeah, we're now going to be accumulating gunpowder automatically, as well as sugarcane. I'm curious how much we have by now. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, I guess we don't have a crafting table in here. That's what we're missing. But yeah, with both of those items, we can craft our paper and our firework rockets. And that also means we have completed our objective for this episode. We can more or less freely use our Elytra now, which is going to speed things up tremendously going forward here. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.